I just want to rock. I just love this rocking chair. I'm just gonna live in this rocking chair. I'm never leaving. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This might be too echoey, so I apologize. This video is about the nursery, so I figured why not film it in the nursery. This is my new favorite spot. We have our rocking chair in. There's not that much in the background, but I didn't have to make my bed to film this video, and I thought we would just try this out. Maybe I'll have a new filming spot. Maybe we'll put some things on the walls. I don't know, but the only thing in here right now is this rocking chair, so it is a little echoey. So if the video is echoey, I apologize, and I won't film in here again until we get more furniture. Like I said, today's video is about the nursery. I've taken a couple of vlog clips here and there over the past few weeks, kind of documenting the progress of changing the room, and I thought I would share it with you guys because a lot of you are interested in the process of the nursery. So if you'd like to see the changes we've made so far, then just keep watching. I'm pretty sure I wore this cardigan in my last video, but like I said, when I hauled it, I'm gonna be wearing it like all the time. So that just proves my point. So like I said, I've taken some vlog clips over the past few weeks, and a lot of them are just like montagey. I wasn't really talking, so I thought that I would talk through the clips and share them with you. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you'll have probably already seen all of this stuff. I documented like all the steps on my stories. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you should, to stay up to date on all of the things that we do before they hit YouTube. So the first step for us, besides moving all the furniture out, so this used to be a guest bedroom, we moved all the furniture out. I shared that on my story as well, put it back at my parents' house. And after that was done, the first step that we documented was painting. If you watched my nursery design plans, you'll know that I had originally wanted to do this wall here in a wallpaper and then do gray walls everywhere else. But the wallpaper wound up being really expensive, and so we decided to just do a blue accent wall and the rest of the walls gray. So our first step was to go to Home Depot and get some blue and gray paint samples. We are officially taking, well, I guess we already took steps one towards the nursery, which was removing the furniture. If you guys watched my nursery plans video, then you would have seen that the room is empty. So now we're taking step number two. We're going to Home Depot and we're getting paint samples. Are you excited?
Not on your level of excitement and energy right now.
Well, Ben's not that excited because he's colorblind, so pretty much I'm just picking out the paint samples.
Exactly.
But I thought you guys would want to come along for the painting process. I know everyone is so interested in the nursery and like the making of the nursery. Say hello to your friends, they all love you. They like Ben more than me because he
naturally
looks better than me and he's funnier than me and
keep going.
He's nicer than me. He has a better voice than me.
Voice? No, I hate my voice. Okay.
But you can do 45 different voices. Give us one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now we're at Home Depot because it's a 1-minute drive from our house. Okay. So Home Depot's done. We were pretty quick. There are so many options that it's like, you probably could stay there all day, but I just made decisions. So I'll show you what we got. We got 2 grays and 2 navies, and I had my first experience of somebody asking me when I'm due. I've never had anybody...
Real brave gentleman.
Yeah, I've never had...
I would never ask a woman that.
The guy that services our cars said the one and only time he ever asked somebody that was that he was wrong. Like, she wasn't pregnant. Because the guy at the car place saw my ultrasound picture on my phone and asked.
That's why it's the one and only. He'll never do that again.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why he was like,
even if someone is 9 months pregnant, ready to pop, even if their water breaks on my leg, I will not assume that they are pregnant.
Yeah, so that was my first experience. He asked, he's like, how much longer do you have? And I was like, what? Because I didn't expect that to be what he was talking about, because no one's ever asked me before. He's like, until you're due. And I'm like, oh, June. And then he told me that I can't paint, and I don't know why. For some reason I thought that, like, I've seen pregnant people paint all the time, and I really wanted to paint, but then I was doing research while I was waiting, and you're really not supposed to. So apparently Ben's gonna have to paint this whole room. Let me show you the samples.
Wrong way.
No, you're not.
I'm going to the wrong
Yes,
freeway.
You are.
I hate everything.
We're going to get lunch, and Ben's going on the wrong freeway.
I'm so used to going this way that
Okay, anyway, so here are the samples we wound up choosing. We're under an underpass right now, so it just got dark. So we got these two blues. So one is a lot more true navy and one's a little bit of a lighter blue, but I was worried that a real navy might be too dark. So we're gonna try this one too. And then I got a darker gray, this one, and a lighter gray, this one. So I'm excited to see what we wind up choosing. Hopefully we wind up choosing one of these because I don't want to go back. The selection was just too vast. It was too stressful. It wasn't stressful, but there's too many to pick
Too
from.
fast, too furious.
Yeah, and
Get
here
it?
they are on the things. They actually don't look that different. Yeah, I guess they do. So you'll just have to stay tuned and see what they look like on the wall. Okay, bye! So as you would have seen in that clip, that was a few weeks ago. That was my first time ever having somebody comment on my pregnancy that I didn't actually know. And since then, it happens all the time. I'm actually surprised how often it happens. I'm always having people asking me when I'm due, is it my first, and is it a boy or a girl? All the time. But it's still something I'm getting used to because it surprises me. I wouldn't comment on people's pregnancy unless I knew them. But anyway, so that was the first time that happened. After Home Depot, we came and Ben painted the samples on the wall. We'll see how they dry. I mean, babe!
Done with the nursery. Here's my left heel in something wet.
And we wound up going with the two darker colors. So the one gray that we chose looked almost white. It was just too light. And then the other blue that we chose wasn't quite navy enough. So we wound up going with the two darker colors, and I'm really happy with our selections now that it's actually done. So I wasn't allowed to paint, which I was very sad about because I really wanted to. So the way I helped was that I taped the room as much as I could. Like the spots I could tape, I did some taping, and I think I got some clips of that.
They're spider webs.
And then Ben and his dad painted the room, and I didn't get any clips of that because I didn't want the camera to be in their way. So they painted the room, and it wound up turning out really, really good. So then we decided, after the room was painted, they spilled some blue paint on the carpet, like a lot, which I wasn't overly concerned about. But I was realizing as I was installing new outlet plates, that was also my way of helping, that the carpet that was in here was just gross. A while ago, we had talked about replacing all the carpet in our little apartment. I wound up not doing it because I said before, we're probably moving soon. It just wound up not really seeming worth it, but I wanted to replace the floors in this room because one, I wanted it to be clean for the baby, and two, we're putting work into it. Otherwise, we're bringing in all new furniture. Might as well, it's one room. It's not a whole bunch of work. and it'll just make the space so much better. So we decided to just take the carpet out of this room and replace it with a laminate flooring. So we just got a super basic one from Home Depot. The plan was to have it in a gray tone, which you'll see wound up being absolutely perfect. I love the way it turned out. It's really exactly what we wanted. And for us, I'm lucky that I have a dad who knows how to do anything handy. So him and Ben installed it, and so we didn't have to pay for like labor costs or anything. It wound up taking one full day, but like according to them, it was a simple installation. We got ones that just like latch together, so you can walk on it right away after. Super simple installation, basically, if you have someone who knows what they're doing. So I didn't get any clips of picking the floor, but I did get a couple of clips of them installing it, and then I'll show you the finished product. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably already saw it. And then the same day the floors went in, I decided to build the rocking chair because this was the first piece that I wanted to get in here because I knew I wanted it in this corner, and the placement of the other stuff, like where the crib's gonna go and stuff, is very dependent on how much space this rocking chair takes up. So we built the rocking chair. We have our dresser and crib that needs to be built, so I'm gonna start working on those soon because I love building furniture, and so I'm excited to actually get to finally build that stuff. But overall, I am so glad we made the decision to change the floors because it just made the space so much better. Like, I actually want to be in here. Honestly, the carpet's like 30 years old, and so having a nice, new, clean room to hang out in is nice. We're gonna be spending a lot of time in this room, in this chair, and I'm just really glad that it's a space that I really like. I'm so glad we did the floors. Okay guys, so here are the finished walls. Gray walls all around aside from the blue wall. Ceiling is white. It was white, we didn't change that. And then the floors here, they're like a nice gray. They're coming up a little more brown on camera with the light coming in here from the sun because we don't have our blinds up yet, but they're definitely a gray color. It's like a gradient of dark gray, light gray, and then there is some pops of like a lighter wood, which will come in nicely because I am planning to do some light wood accents. And then here's our chair I was talking about. That's where I just was. It's from Amazon, and then I have a little pillow and blanket in here for Zoe because she was hanging out in here with me today. And so that's the overview of our room. There's a studio light. Tiny closet, and then the windows here. So it looks so good. I'm obsessed. I never want to leave this room. It's so nice. So you can see here, like that's what our carpet was before. Old, not nice, so much nicer. Yay. So that's all we have done so far. Paint, floors. I should also say we obviously ripped out the carpet and everything in the flooring process. I didn't film any of that, but I'm sure you guys came to that conclusion that that had happened. So now the next step in here is to just get the rest of the furniture built. I think I'm gonna get a small rug, and then we'll figure out the rest of the decor once that's all done. This room is seriously my favorite in the house. I am in here as much as possible. I've been working in this chair. This is just my new favorite place, and I can't wait for baby to be here to be able to use it even more. So if you guys like this little behind the scenes peek at our renovation, we could say, of the nursery, then give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in